Hey folks, and welcome to the Pipnotic Symposium for the 15th of November 2021. Hope you're all doing exceedingly well. Here in Bali, the rainy season is upon us, and so we're having quite a bit of rain. We had a bit of a shower today, and last week we had quite a few days of heavy rain. But it's nice. Luckily, the temperature stays warm, so you can still swim and be outside in it. But it really buckets down when it rains. It's to the point when you start, if you're on the motorbike going somewhere and you start to feel a couple of raindrops, you almost immediately have to pull over and put your rain gear on, because you know before long it'll be hammering down. But such is life in the tropics. Today we're going to talk about a couple of different things. Number one is a quick update about the Asset Strength Histogram on the website. I'm now pulling a little bit more data. Now I'm focusing on the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour, not below or not above. And you'll also notice now that there are many more crypto assets. I've been trading a lot of crypto these past. I just started trading crypto maybe 5 or 6 years ago when I was still doing consultancy, and now just doing it a lot more actively. And I really enjoy the crypto space. I appreciate the technology, and I like it's kind of like a pirate technology. It's given the finger to the central banks who don't really know what they're doing, it seems, and I mean leading the whole world into a pending or looming recession, which is quite frightening. And so I mean people with cash are really maybe a little bit nervous about having money in the bank. And I mean if you pay attention, you can see that there are some warning signs, and the warning signs are, I mean they're big, and the future looks pretty bleak for many of the global powers. And so I think, well, certainly for myself, we've began to already maybe 6 years ago started to move a lot of our liquidity into crypto. So we have a pretty huge spread, and it's nice. I like to watch it, and I like the community as well, and I like the tech as well. So it's pretty exciting. And so I just wanted to add a little bit more of this to the offering here. Let me zoom in a little bit. So here we have a couple of stocks. I pulled the stocks out, but a couple of them snuck in there. But I mean we have Polkadot, Ethereum, lots and lots and lots. There are actually quite a few different ones. OMG, Bit, Solana, Tron, this one here. I mean, loads and loads and loads. Litecoin is about to go north. I have a pending limit to buy Tron. I think that's going to go north in the not too distant future. And so a couple of others as well. So the ones that are being flagged there are interesting. So if you're sitting on some crypto, or you don't, and you're looking to get in, well, you can use Ash on the website here to help you know when to get in at value, like a good price. And so that's what I've been using quite a lot for most of my trading. I've been actually focusing almost exclusively on the asset strength on the website, of course combined with the supply and demand. So that's what we have. So let's go to the charts. And again, I'm just going to go through the process. I mean, let me refresh everything so you get fresh data. So what's going on now is I have the software running on a VPS somewhere, and every 2 minutes it's scanning everything and sending the results of the analysis to the website. And there's an API that reads everything. It all comes in JSON, and then it just like dumps it in a table like this. And we color code everything because this makes it a little bit clearer for us. And you can use this information to help us make trading decisions. So what I'm doing is I'm just clicking on the time frames and focusing on the daily. I think the weekly will be good as well, just a little bit slow. So you have to have more patience. And as they say in Danish, man skal have is i maven, which means you need some ice in your stomach. And that helps with the patience, apparently. I have no idea where that expression comes from, but it's very Danish nonetheless. So what I'm doing now is I'm simply just walking through these one by one. So if we have a look at this one here, the Euro Swiss franc, just find that here. So that's a daily one. And so it's saying it's time to buy. Does that mean we buy? No, it doesn't mean we just jump in. It means that we prepare to buy. And so what we need to do is we need to see these patterns. You can still, it's not ready yet. It's still doing this, going lower, still going lower, and maybe it'll go a bit lower. So we need to see these patterns that are telling us that we're reaching the end of this run, and the patterns will often come in kind of a shake. So I'd like to see ideally is I'd like to see divergence, which we're seeing now. This is very clear, but I also want to see like attempts to run price lower, like really strong pushes to move price lower. So really, for example, if price were to go from here, go really far down, and then up, and maybe have another run down, and another run high, really exploring the upper and the lower boundaries of a range at the bottom of a price move. And when you see something like this, this is when we're preparing to move in the direction of liquidity void. And where do we have that? Well, you can see we have several. Just here we've got this one, got this one, got this. And so price could easily wriggle north, and so ideally we need to know where we are relative to every other thing. We want to make sure that we are operating at a place where it would make sense to begin to buy. Okay, so price is really moving south. We're approaching this weekly demand, which has not been tested. This is a very nice area of demand. Why? Because the buy zone is here, then here, then it came really close, and now it looks like we're approaching it now. And so because of the inefficient trading here, and because of this one here, this is really far away. It could take a long time for price to get there, years. But because of that, we can expect a shorter or medium term rebalancing to take place in order to, sorry, just eating a fisherman's friend while I speak, in order to rebalance price. You can see, as we said before, we have a little rebalancing to do here. Okay, so this is a really strong push lower here, and so I'd expect price to begin to move north. You can see we're very, very negative. If you look at what happened last time, we were positive. Last time we were negative. We had 2. This is a beautiful one because we had the boom, divergence, delicious, and then price just went very far north. And now we're doing the same thing, aren't we? So I'm thinking we're probably going to wriggle north, also based on the fact that we have the weekly demand back here. Okay, so now it's just a matter of being patient and waiting for this pattern to occur. Hopefully we'll get that pattern this week. And trading the rebalancing, we have this one here, which is out of balance. The sell zone's here, so we have a first profit target there. We have kind of an area of value here. We have price inefficiency, the area. The sell zone is just here because it's where price went to. So first target, second target, just here. So it's already lined up for us. We know where we want to follow this trade to. We just have to wait for the price behaviors to occur that would give us conviction in the direction of the trade. And so what you want to do, what I like to do, is I like for a range to form, and then let's say price is coming down. If I'm expecting it to go up, then I'll want price to enter this range and go like this, and then really have some runs below. And so what this is doing, this is feeding into the order book, which is heaviest at the bottom. So you have the big pancakes, they're at the bottom. They get smaller as you move closer here, so it goes out like this. Okay, we've drawn this many different ways. We can also do it like this, where we have something like this. Okay, where there's very little buying here because we're very low in the move, and so it's pretty thin on the buy side liquidity, and then we have liquidity which thickens up at the bottom here because we're at the bottom of the book at weekly demand. So we can expect at some time in the not so distant future for this pair to wriggle north. So now we're just waiting, sitting on our hands and waiting. All right, let's look at what else there is. We have a pound Canadian. This is a buy. So pound Canadian. I'm not going to go through all these. I'll just do this one and then I'll stop. I just want to show like the thought process. Yeah, and so you can see we're kind of already eyeballing this, and we had that pattern occur here. Not very visible in this chart, but if we go where we had like different kind of periods of kind of equilibrium, and price goes down and we reject, we go down and reject, we have another push and then we leave. So this references the area responsible for driving price up like this. Okay, so this is the beginning of the buy zone for this area of demand just here. And so we have expectation that should price come back down here, we'll have a pretty good likelihood that price is going to wriggle north, because this is where the slingshot was pulled back to. This is gaps. This is the clock's changing day. So there's very low volume at this point, and so these mean nothing. This is not support. Neither is this. This is just price gapping down to find bids at the opens of these two sessions, and price has to go really low. So we went pretty low here and gapped higher. We gapped down and we moved high, and so yeah, I just want to get a good price. So maybe I'll miss out on this trade, but I don't care. Then I'll find something else. So this is essentially what I want to do. Okay, good. Well, I'm going to leave it at that. I'll keep it short. Use the histogram on the website. Have fun with it. Post your ideas and your comments in the forum, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely day.